Nagumo, it's time. Lock in. What's up, guys? Sakamoto here, and here we are to do a breakdown / live reaction review to chapter 162 of Sakamotodays, which is known as Familiar Faces. And I'm excited. My toes are actively curled. They weren't curled a second ago, but they're curled now because this should be some gas. Honestly, I was definitely worried for Amane and Osaragi, mainly Kumanomi. She's in definite danger. But with that being the case, we cut away to Nagumo v Uzuki, or Nagumo versus Rion. It is highly excited. Sakamoto's running up. I see him on the first page. This chapter is going to be some gas. I can feel it in my bones. So let's not waste any more time and let's hop right into it. Editing me. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. I see the issue now.
It's you! You're the one who betrayed me. I trusted you. After all this time, you fight against me. How dare you, you inferior piece of technology.
I'm sorry. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do happen to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Another fun fact. Sakamoto, bruh. I know you got the chairman. I know you got Nagumo. But right now, bro, I'm not sure if you're Uzuki tier. I'm not sure. Right now, I think you need to slim down, bro. Even after your time skip training arc, I still don't think... I don't see the vision, Sakamoto. I really don't. So you better level up. And by level up, I mean level down. Gotta lose a couple pounds, bro. But let's see. I'm so excited. This chapter, we may cut away. I wouldn't be shocked if Suzuki-sensei was like... You got like that little hint, huh? Yeah, like the little hint. We still got more plot lines, though, Brad. We just cut away. But let's see. Sakamoto Taro is headed towards the underground special exhibitions vault. The sure is a long ways off. Guess I'll take a shortcut. He's gonna leap. Oh, he's gonna just straight jump down. What did you want to talk about, Wu-Tang? Oh, that's right, the info. I forgot that Lou's caretaker. It's crazy how her caretaker technically is more important than Lou herself. I'm sorry. I keep bringing up Lou, mainly because I think she has a pretty unique fighting style. With, the whole drunken fist aesthetic, but we just haven't seen her do anything in like years. I don't know, maybe it's the impatience of me. She'll probably cook soon, though. If we're bringing back Wu-Tang and stuff like that, we're probably going to see more of her soon. Let's see. When you faced X in Thailand, you said a different personality emerged, and that she was a friend of yours who had supposedly perished, right? Yeah. My guess is that it's some kind of multiple personality disorder. That's interesting, though. Well, once again, Sakamotodays, at least in particular, from my understanding of it, it'll take something that exists in reality and jack it up to 27. So, like, I always joke about this, and somebody brought up a fantastic point about the humanity of certain characters, like how Shishiba ended up falling to a flame blade, an actual lightsaber, because most people would. Typically, in Sakamotodays, there will be a base aspect that's somewhat reasonable, like Carolina Reaper holding gases in his body and being able to produce fire. We know people can swallow fire and then proceedingly spit it out. That's a thing I've seen before in my own life and I've seen multiple times online. We know that one can have it on them and keep it on them at all times and slice through many things like a Takamura can, but they just don't do it to the same scale. Sakamotodays jacking something up to 11. And we've seen superhuman feats before. Well, not superhuman feats. We've seen human feats in our reality. And then they jack it up to 57 in the Sakamotodays reality. So maybe this is a really advanced case. But I wonder what caused it. That's the main thing, because notably, we don't know. That's one of the few, we get a lot in the Sakamoto's past arc. We get a lot of context, which I think is very, very important. And obviously, I set up the back half of the series going forward. It's why a lot of people have been like, when is she going to come out? Because she made that appearance, and then she just vanished. And when she also took Akira with her. So, am I blanking? Rion. What was her name? Gosh darn it, the girl. I think it is. That's it. I'm going to the Googler. I believe her name, Akira Rion. The other girl who was working with Sakamoto at first. That's Sakira. Let me do Sakamotodays. Sakamotodays, please. I feel bad. I always forget the Sakamotodays characters' names. Rion Akao and then Akira Akao. I think Akira? Yeah. Okay. Look at me. Remember. But with that being the case, that's basically been the back half of the narrative. Rion, despite being a character who I think is loosely hinted at before the Sakamotodays past arc, is infinitely more important now because of how much weight they have to actual entire characters. Remember, Akira, the only reason she even went with Kanaguri is because of the whole motivation about Rion and stuff like that. So diving in deep like this, I can see this case of MPD being an elevated state for Uzuki in particular. And once again, I feel like we don't have the full context behind Uzuki. Was he one of the orphanage kids too? Was the brother, who's now the chairman, one of the orphanage kids? Was that an experiment they decided to run? I don't know. That's the thing. It's so vague and up in the air. So the hypothetical absorption of an entire other personality is interesting. We don't have the context for it. We never even got to see that fight. Notably, there's a time skip in the middle of the Sakamoto's past arc where Rion is alive, then we time skip, and she got cooked off screen by Uzuki. And then, of course, the reveal that, that was never the case. Or, it is the case, but now Rion lives on inside Uzuki. So, I don't know. It's very interesting. Let's see. Someone with having multiple personalities. I've seen that in movies. It is, I believe it's a real thing, too. I think MPD, multiple personality disorder, I believe it is real. Multiple personality disorder. Give me a definition, gosh darn it. Oh, dissociative identity disorder was previously referred to as multiple personality disorder. Symptoms include symptoms of dissociative identity disorder. Criteria for diagnosis include the existence of two or more distinct identities or personality states. Yeah, so it is something that exists in real life too. But I guess, once again, Sakamoto, we don't know, ironically enough, despite having a whole arc called the Sakamoto's Past arc, we don't actually know too much about Sakamoto's past in terms of, like, where he grew up, how organic of an assassin is he? Is he like Nagumo? Does he come from a line? I don't think so. Do we even meet Sakamoto's parents? We don't know much. Now I think about it, we don't really don't know much about Sakamoto's, like, past. We know him from teenage age onward. We know nothing about his origin behind that. We know more about Nagumo than we know about Sakamoto, which is crazy considering how little we know about Nagumo. But let's see. Yeah, so you're familiar with it. When a person experiences intense stress for long periods of time or repeated traumatic incidents, sometimes a separate personality forms to deal with the unbearable suffering. Okay. So, okay. So, I'm seeing a vision now. But then again, how? Like, notably, he should be cooked right now. Like, Uzuki was stabbed through the heart. Unless Rion is, like, contingent upon that. But I don't think she is. She's popped out before for less. So, I wonder what the trigger is. Is it just, like, the extreme shock of, like, your heart shutting down? And if so, I wonder how he was able to so perfectly assimilate her. Once again, they spent so little time together, at least in the Sakamoto's past arc, because it's implied that the first time they go on that mission with Uzuki is the first time Uzuki's been on a mission with them. They, like, know of him, because he's a student at the JAA, but, like, that's it. So I wonder how he managed to so perfectly copy it that when Shin reads the mind, he actively hears another human being. When Akira sees Rion in Uzuki, she's like, nah, that's my aunt. Like, notably, it's so deep. And once again, is that just, like, an exaggerated part of Sakamoto Days and how it takes a real-life phenomena and boosts it to 11? Or is that a byproduct of Uzuki possibly having, like, an eidetic... How do you say that word? Eidetic? It's what Batgirl has. It's photographic. What is it? Relating or denoting mental images having unusual vividness with detail as if actually visible. Hold on. Hit me for the two-time Googler?
Eidetic.
Eidetic memory. And, like, he legit, even though having limited interaction with her, maybe one possible fight, that was more than enough to basically assimilate her. And, like, due to how free she was, because if you remember, notably, despite the limited time period we got with Rion, she was very well established in that time period. She's a very free spirit, unbounded, unlimited by a lot of her mentalities and actions and focuses and stuff like that. Like, that's one of the biggest traits about her. She had the path to the execution. That is what was passed on, or I guess inherited by Akira as well. But notably, she was very freeform. Not as freeform as Sakamoto, of course, but, like, the way she lived and her mentality was a lot less shackled than others. So maybe Uzuki desired that, and thusly his brain assimilated all that freedom and then uses that as a backup program on running, essentially, for this MPD. I don't know. Once again, I'm trying to, like, rationalize it because there's so little information. We still don't know how their fight actually went. And, like, if Rion actually willingly perished or anything like that, we just don't know. And I think that time period is super duper vague, too, because I believe by the time Sakamoto finds Uzuki in the Sakamoto's past arc, a decent chunk of time has passed at that point. Like, I forget how much it is. I reread Sakamoto Days in its entirety recently, but I completely forget when exactly that time period was in terms of the past. I don't remember off the top of my head. But I think there was, like, a decent time skip, so maybe something happened off screen. Once again, we just don't know. So let's see. And the chairman's just vibing like, Nagumo, Aren't you a member of the Order? Why is he still alive? Like, okay, but I am wondering. I want to see how strong the chairman is. I do. Notably, he's at least implied to be, like, not Yotsumura level, or, like, prime Yotsumura level, but he's implied to be up there. He wasn't a fodder guy. And, like, we clearly see him perception blitz a whole explosion. So, like, clearly, well, not, you can't perception blitz something that doesn't have eyes, but, like, he blitzes an entire explosion, so he's got to be strong, too. So this is a duo I wouldn't mind seeing cook a little bit, especially against Rion, who's implied to be, like, the second strongest out of their group. Once again, as much as I love Nagumo, he's actually implied to, at least from my interpretation, he's implied to be the weakest out of the Sakamoto's past trio of Rion, Sakamoto, and him. I'd say the rating obviously goes Sakamoto, then Rion, then Nagumo. Nagumo's a more crafty individual, he's more sneaky, and he has unique abilities that the other two tend to not have access to, but Rion's unique ability seemed to be higher than Nagumo's, and Sakamoto's general stats, creativeness, and willingness to do whatever it took, whenever it took it, that always seemed to work better. So, I don't know. This may be a rough one unless the chairman's backing up, because I think Juicy Sakamoto here, as dummy thick and scrumdiddlyumptious as he is, I don't think he's really built for this, but let's see. Long time no see, Nagumo. Huh, that's weird. Uzuki, you never struck me as having such a severe sense of humor. Or that expression of a cow. It's so detailed. I don't know if it reads. Ah, so... Interesting. So Nagumo... It's so detailed, I don't know if it reads. That's interesting. So Nagumo doesn't buy it. Okay, at least that's what I'm interpreting it. I don't think Nagumo's buying it. He's like... okay. I see it, but I don't really see it. Oh, lame. What a bummer. Here you are, the son of a famous spy family, and you can't even recognize a friend? How'd they know that? Oh, that's the thing, right? I guess Uzuki... Then again, we know for a fact that Uzuki has more information about the JAA than he should because his older brother was the chairman, or the next in line to be the chairman of the JAA after Yotsumura and Kindaka, and he was fighting for that spot. That's why Uzuki had to get rid of Kindaka in the first place. So I'm gonna assume a lot of extra information that may seem Rion exclusive would actually be from that side of Uzuki. I'm not sure. Like, once again, unless it's literally confirmed later, I guess his eye colors do change. Like, his eyes usually aren't like this. They're usually black. But, like, unless it's later confirmed that they, like, straight up did, like, a fusion dance thing, or he, like, assimilated her on some, like, Piccolo and Nail on Namek, or some Kami and Nail on Earth type fusion beat, I don't know how he would have information that's supposedly exclusive to Rion. Unless they spend a whole bunch of time together before or during their battle, or they were just yapping throughout their battle, and it was Uzuki just absorbing information, piece by piece, bit by bit. But let's see. Maybe Nagumo's buying in a little bit more now. He's like, wait a second, how do you know that? Their speech, their expressions, their posture, mannerisms, all of them are identical to what a cow's. And Nagumo would know. Because he's the person who does this. And you know, I like that we're getting confirmation from him. I like that we're getting confirmation from him of all characters. Because notably, as much as I like Akira, she hadn't seen her aunt in years. And while, of course, her aunt did help raise her expressly, that doesn't necessarily mean she'd remember every detail. So while she may say, oh, everything's so similar, then it may not be too similar. There may be, like, slight differences. For someone like Sakamoto, who may recognize them, once again, it's also been years, and Sakamoto's never implied to have any sort of, like, photographic memory or stuff like that. Nor do his unique power set or abilities imply that he would have perfect recollection of Rion when he hadn't seen her in years. But for Nagumo, someone whose whole thing, especially coming from a famous spy family, Spy X family, no, I'm kidding, but a famous spy family, he would be a person to intake details. Remember this, remember that. And perfectly absorb the details in an individual person so he can properly mimic them using his ability. So, if he's saying that everything is identical, that's impressive on Uzuki's front in terms of assimilation. Once again, I'm leaning into the fact that Uzuki may just have photographic memory, or eidetic memory. Let's see. So, where's Sakamoto? I guess that's a good question. Huh? Oh, so a little while back, I ran into him in Thailand, and what a hassle to explain. Huh? Wait, oh. Come to think of it, he got married and has a kid now. Is his wife cute? Who does the kid take after? So, he's finally lost it. Yeah, I guess. What a laugh. A one-sided conversation. Rapid fire with no tact whatsoever. That's a count. Yeah, Nagumo's like, oh. Okay, well, I wasn't buying it at first. You may, okay, so it's deep. It is deep. So he's straight. He may have nailed her. Not in that way. He may have commied her. Not in the god way. But, like, in terms of, like, straight assimilation, yeah. Uzuki, that is Rion, for all intents and purposes. If Nagumo's getting caught off guard, if so many separate characters have doubled down, said again and again and again, yes, that's Rion. And even Nagumo's recognizing every bit of it. From physical appearances, to mannerisms, to talking patterns, to information, everything. What happened? I need to know. Of course, Suzuki says, take it away from me, but I need to know. This is getting crazy. Slaughter her! What's with the relaxed small talk? What are you doing inside of K? Okay. Now the plot thickens. What you talking about, Chairman? What you talking about, Chairman Asaki? I think your name's Chairman Asaki. Hold on, let me double check. That's the beauty of having the Googler on deck, ready and prepared. Chairman Asaki. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Not Adaki. What the heck? Chairman Asaki. Sakamotodays. Okay, I can't say Sakamotodays. I gotta do Sakamotodays. Let me see. Asaki is the current... Yeah, Chairman Asaki. What are you talking about, big bro? What you talking about? What are you doing inside of him? So, it may be related to what K's abilities were. Because notably, we don't actually get any. Like, Sakamoto has his spatial awareness and ability to use the environment. Nagumo has his spy techniques and his assimilation of other people. Rion had the slaughter pass. We never really got something for Uzuki. And it's similar, almost in a similar vein to Gaku, but at least Gaku has this like video game perspective. How useful it is? It isn't. He's like 0-2. Who has Gaku won against? That isn't far. But like, that aside, Haruma has a sports thing. Kumanomi has her magnetism. Carolina Reaper had the fire. Club Gen had manipulation or hypnosis. Uzuki, outside of the Chain Blade, which merely is a very cool weapon, didn't necessarily have a unique ability laid out or anything like that. So it's entirely possible that his whole thing is assimilation, the absorption. And notably, like, I always joke about it, but having the ability to assimilate others entirely would be useful. Like, I know that sounds great, but like, say someone's really good at a physical activity. Imagine if instead of having to train to get to their level, you could observe them doing it, and then as long as your body loosely matched the physical parameters or had the physical capability of doing it buried within, you could just do it. You just take their ability. Someone can do a backflip, you watch them do a backflip, you immediately do a backflip. Right now, if I try to do a backflip, I'd backflip my neck off. I'd break it. So, like, I couldn't do that. But I'm pretty sure somewhere in my flesh, there's the capability to do a backflip, but I couldn't assimilate that information. I couldn't assimilate how to do it. So if Uzuki's ability is assertion and absorption, it could be intriguing. Could be broken, too. Especially considering they're indirectly responsible for the end of Kendaka, and Kendaka was a speedster. But let's see. He looks older here, though. Yeah, Saki looks a lot older here. You perished back then! I saw it! The plot thicket. Ooh, it's getting extra thick. Bubblicious. Okay, what are you talking about, Chairman, son? What you talking about? Okay. The door is open. Oh, even Nagumo's like, hey, yo, what you say? Wait. What you say? Yo, okay, plot thickening. Then slaughter me again. Why beat around the bush? You creepy ghost. So wait a minute. Scripts may flip. I thought we were going to get Nagumo and Asaki versus Uzuki / Rion. We may get Rion and Nagumo against the chairman, and Sakamoto may have the chairman. Oh no. Familiar faces. That's what this chapter is called. You creepy ghost. Okay. God, I thought you were gonna leap through the stair hole. There was a hole in the stairs, Sakamoto. I didn't think you were gonna leap straight through the ground. Golly. Alright. Okay, so the chairman may to me too, Nagumo. I wasn't expecting. I'll admit, I thought it was gonna show up. I thought they were gonna team up. I did not expect for Sakamoto to just drop through the roof like this. All right, so the chairman is probably out of the fight from this point. Darn, through a straight hole in the roof. If it wouldn't be annoying to repair things like this all the time, I wouldn't mind being that superhuman. Like Sakamoto Days level superhuman just seems like it could be fun. It's kind of like softcore Spider-Man, where like you can basically do a lot of extreme movements that could allow traversal and stuff to be a lot easier, but it would still take physical exertion. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. The ability to just break through floors and stuff like that, it'd just be annoying repairing it and like forgetting that you're that strong. It's kind of like it's a Superman issue where, ironically enough, you may want Superman's like lifestyle or abilities, but then it'd be really hard pressed. You'd be really difficult to turn them off. Same thing with like the Flash's abilities in perspective. Like notably, it'd be cool to be a speedster until everything that's boring in your life now takes infinitely longer. Imagine if we thought at light speed. Not even the speed that any speedster is actually at light speed. Do you know how much more horrid boredom would be? Everything. You would run out of things so much quicker. But let's see. Nagumo bamboozled just like me for real. Whoops. I thought you were Uzuki. Dang. I mean, nah, Asaki. Their last name's Sei. So, whoops. So he legit just aimed wrong. There's zero resemblance, fatso. I mean, you two are. I mean, like, I guess. I get, like, legally speaking, like, if you're Rion right now, yeah. But you're in the body of Uzuki. So, like, you two are, like, you do look alike. Let's see. Are you the Akao version right now? Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Once it gets established, you kind of just gotta deal with it. Let's see. They're acting like this is no big deal? Version. So Nagumo's slowly playing catch up like, okay, I'm getting information. A lot of information. Really, really fast. And none of it's making sense. Yeah, I can't play. Like, notably, we as readers were there. But, like, Nagumo, after an intense fight with Gaku, is now like, I'm genuinely confused. And no one is explaining anything. I tweak out a bit too. I don't blame him. Let's see. This is the trio. How's that Phineas and Ferb thing go? We're getting the band back together. The whole band is back together. So are we gonna get Nagumo and Sakamoto versus Uzuki / Rion? Let's see. We got a fatigued Nagumo, a heartless Rion, and a Chunkadunka Sakamoto. Being heartless should be big, though. Once again, I don't know how are you existing right now? I still don't get that. Do you have 2 hearts? Are you a high-ranking demon? Do you have multiple hearts? Let's see. You haven't changed at all. Accurately, yeah. He does look the same. You two have changed too much. There's so much I want to ask. Akao, what are you doing in Uzuki? Or you know what? I never considered this route. I guess they could just talk about it. Like, Sakamoto wasn't planning to execute Uzuki. And if Rion is here, we might as well speak of it. But then again, Rion does want to slaughter the chairman, right? Or like Uzuki does. Or like destroy the JAA. So you may want to get him out of there. Like, that's the only thing. I'm fine with them having a conversation and not just straight boxing. Because it makes sense, because they were all friends. But like, this panel is so... It is so... It tickles a funny bone that I don't think has been tickled in a while. But let's see. Are you the real Akao? Yeah, or are you a copy? Like, has it? It's dropped. It's dropped in the My Hero Academia anime. I'll use this as a reference. Vestiges. Quirk vestiges. You know that concept? I wonder if it's something like that, where like a vestige of Akao lives on within Uzuki, or like a copy born of like simply absorbing all of her personality traits and mannerisms, or if like, once again, did she Piccolo Namekian fusion them? I don't know. Let's see. I'm like an account creator. Oh, okay, yeah. So interesting. So she's a copy. She is a copy. The original Akao is long dead. Okay. I thought we were gonna drag that out a bit more. I'm not mad that we're not. Okay, so this is just a copy. It is legit MPD. Well, once again, I'm not a doctor. I have no idea about multiple personality disorder or dissociative identity disorder. I do not know. But this is okay. Interesting. So a cow is a coping mechanism. So I'm gonna go back to what I said earlier in the review. Uzuki, likely long since trapped for his entire life under the thumb of his brother, and whatever system that they ran, whether it be the JA or anything, likely desired freedom more than anything else. Saw the freedom and lack of connection and bonds, or explicit connection, but like lack of limitations that existed within a cow, and thusly used her as a basis to base a backup personality that was all about the freedom. That ended up leading to the copy of a cow. Now, I'm not sure if the copy of a cow, since it acknowledges itself as a copy, I'm not sure if the copy of a cow existed before or after the real cow died. Because it could be like a whole I'm the real one scenario, where after the copy of a cow properly formed, then it was like, well, I'd rather not be the copy, or I'd rather be real, and it went and slaughtered Rion. Because the thing I still don't fully understand, why did the chairman want Rion gone? Why did the chairman want to slaughter a cow? He was there, apparently. That's what he says. You perished back then. I saw it. So the chairman specifically ordered the execution of a cow. Why? Was she getting too close to something? And if so, like, I don't know. That's interesting. And notably, I think it can't be. I think it has to have formed after the death of the cow. Never mind. It has to have formed after, because the chairman doesn't recognize this. And if Uzuki a cow was acting like Uzuki a cow before a cow original got, then the chairman would know that. But this is completely news to him. So this is a byproduct, an after effect. Let's see. I don't get it. I kind of do. There's something... Sometimes a separate personality forms. Anyway, I was created to protect Uzuki, so I can't kill him. So okay. Okay. So so wow. So we're adding layers, so we're getting nice and complex and juicy. Maybe I'm getting way too complex with this, but like, call me Sakamoto, because we're getting thick and juicy with it. So, since this account was born of the freedom that Uzuki wanted, it is still innately Uzuki at base. Like, if I had to put levels to it, there is the account personality that typically stays suppressed under the Uzuki personality. Whenever the Uzuki personality is in danger and wants to replicate that freedom, or is put in a scenario where Uzuki's abilities aren't enough, the account will pop up. Since the account is still so perfectly a cow, it itself would want to be free. It would like to off Uzuki, so it could likely be free, because the original cow is gone and it probably doesn't want to be a copy. Like, I don't know, let it suck. But since it is still innately Uzuki at base, Uzuki is not allowing a cow to off itself. You can see that by the force halting of the hand. Meaning that, I guess, like Uzuki or a cow applies here, like, I want you to execute me so we can get this over with. But I wonder why specifically Sakamoto, though. I guess because, once again, Rion didn't think Nagumo was strong enough to do it. But, like, your heart's pierced. How are you still alive? So I called on you, Sakamoto. There's a price on your head. 1 billion yen. Why would anyone do that now? A cow put the bounty on you, Sakamoto. So you'd slaughter Uzuki. I'd figured you'd track down the source right away and do it. But I had no idea you were retired and gotten all fat. He's happy, alright? There's a wife and kid. Look at me. But like, I mean, that's interesting though. So I wonder what was the previous instance where the account personality got control to set the bounty. Because, once again, if we're going to the levels idea, base Uzuki wouldn't have even tampered with Sakamoto. Bothering Sakamoto at all likely was not in part of the base plan. Most likely. I highly doubt. I mean, Uzuki tended to have a fascination with the entire Sakamotodays past trio, but, like, I think he would have known better to remotely involve Sakamoto. So that was clearly an Akao intention. So was that an Akao intention from the depths manipulating the Uzuki? Or was that the Akao breaking free, putting the bounty out, and then being knocked back down? But the thing is, we know that both voices can be heard. Like, they conversate. Like, the Uzuki and Akao part conversate. Because if we go back to, like, the earliest hint of a dual personality within Uzuki. It's Shin when he's reading minds, and he's like, why do I hear two voices? Like, he's genuinely bamboozled, and we cut to the panel of Uzuki. So they communicate. So I wonder if a cow gaslit Uzuki. If the copy of a cow gaslit Uzuki into essentially drawing Sakamoto to them, or if a cow had just randomly taken over one day and issued the bounty. Because that's like multiple steps. And once again, I still don't know how they're existing without a heart. Let's see. You can't slaughter Uzuki now. As for Nagumo, my backup plan. I can't believe such a moron thought the... Oh. I get, like... So, here's shout out to my biologists out there in the comments. I didn't know the heart was here. I could have sworn it was over here. maybe Nagumo just like me for... I could have sworn it was, like, right around here. Like, I think the camera slipped, but this is my left side. I could have sworn the heart was, like, right here. This is where I put my... Yeah, this is where I put my hand if I ever try to feel my heartbeat. I don't put my hand here. But apparently the heart is here. Not even, like, over here. And I guess Nagumo fell for the same thing I fell for. Like, just assume the heart was right there. But then again, Nagumo's a practiced assassin. How did he fail? Let's see. What? The heart's on the other side? That's... I wonder if that... I guess... I mean, they're alive. Uh-oh. Fire alarm. Fire extinguisher gas. The museum security must have activated it. Is there a fire upstairs or something? I don't mind dying, but passing out would be a big problem. I'll switch to Uzuki. Oh! So it's a conscious switch system. Okay. 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 That adds layers to it, too. Alright. But, like, if you just want... Like, if you want to get got... stay in control and let Nagumo stab the other side. Especially since you admitted you're a copy. The real ones, I mean, I guess they could ask you questions. But, like, what? You can get what you want right now. Nagumo, aim right. just in this case, literally aim right. Like, just go for it again. Twofer. Or go for the head or something. Let's see. Don't worry. There's the hole I came through. Oh, yeah. So they just escape out of that? Wait a second. Don't we have to deal with the Osaragi plot? We aren't ending this now, are we? Krakatoa! Okay, they burst out. I love that a cow still can't get over Sakamoto being chunky. Let's see. None of them look happy. I thought the punchline was going to be the hole was too small, but it's huge! Thanks to Sakamoto. Oh, duh. But that's how you tell they're real friends, though. Like, no, I don't know. Maybe this is bad, and this may not be... But at least with my close friends... We take jabs. We will like sometimes they will be as overt. So look, even Sakamoto just picks it up. Yeah, like he's like, yeah, whatever. But legit, and this is why that's why I went to the levels argument earlier. I'll tackle what Sakamoto just says in a second. But notably, I don't know about y'all, but with my friends, the longer I've been friends, the more willing we're able to just like notably, I have remarkably thick skin because I'm overweight. But like. I'm actually not kidding right now. Working on that. But still, due to that, I don't necessarily care. We can be friends for like 2 days. You can hit me with a mate, and I'll be like, yeah, that was good. But I won't hit you back. Once again, I gotta make sure we're close. But, yeah. Some of the best laughs do come out of like... They come at someone else's expense. But, don't laugh at people unless they're cool with being laughed at. That's bad. That's mean. I can do dark things. Don't do dark things. But yeah, the close... I've found this at least to be the case with my friend groups, and I've heard it before, where the closer you are with people, the more willing you are to laugh at them. Especially when it's a change like this. Shut up. I have an idea. Just stay a cow forever. I'm assuming Uzuki won't allow that, right? Like, it was the real Uzuki is gonna be like, no. What? What is that? I forgot the order member. Oh no! Oh no! I was talking about. We're ending there. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, he's here, ladies and gentlemen. But who's he gonna fight? Who? Who's he fighting? Who's left? Is he gonna fight? Who's it? Oh Lord. Are we gonna get? No. What? Are we gonna get Nagumo, Sakamoto, and Rion / Uzuki versus Takamura? Oh no. Oh no, we're in danger, y'all. We're in danger. Okay. Alright, okay. W chapter. Undeniably W chapter. Golly gee willikers, ladies and gentlemen. I was not ready for that one. Toes? Curled. Alright. Toes are maximally curled right now. I can feel them curling through the roof of my feet. That sounds absolutely disgusting. I'm so sorry for putting the image in your head. But alright, so this is mostly not much combat in this chapter, but it works out. There's a lot of clarification here, a lot of explanation, a lot of possibilities raised by this chapter. Overall, very, very W. I'm excited to see where this goes from here. I'm assuming there's a reason, right? I'm gonna blame Uzuki. There's gonna be a reason why this can't just be the case, where Uzuki can't just be a vessel for a cow. Probably because, like, it's a copy and it can't really evolve any further. But still, I'm very, very excited. And hey, I talked about a lack of action this chapter, but a certain old man has shown up, so you know it's gonna be gas. However, if you made it all the way to the end of this video, please do me a favor and leave together again. Leave together again in the comment section down below. And thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that little notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do happen to have a Patreon below where you can support me for as low as $1 a month to get things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Some of those perks will include the live reactions to every other series I review, ad-free variations of all my videos, and if you become a $25 Patreon and $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also, if you want to make a donation, one-time video request, the link to my Ko-Fi is in the description down below. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is Dagger the Pencil, writing off. I would like to give a thank you to all $3 members: O'Connor Plays, Greyhound, Kids Void, Astro, Eternal Flame, Querencia Atala, Red Wolf 4765, G Prosper, and Paris Arnold. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $5 patrons: Steron, Sean, Midnight Lord 21, Marcus, Kevin, and Igneo. And I'd like to give a big old thank you to our $7 members: Autumn Mornings Lazo and Sick Addiction. And I'd like to give a big old thank you to our $10 member, Robbie Uchiha. And I'd like to give a gargantuan thank you to our $10 patrons, Panda Goat, Joaquin, and Idemokami. And I'd like to give a gargantuan scrumdiddlyumptious thank you to our $25 patron, ChinaDoll09. And I'd like to give another gargantuan gargantuan I have no idea what that word. Thank you to our $25 patron, Calvin Elder.